Greetings, adventurer. I have some information about the Eye of Donby. My employer is a man named Barrington Worthridge, a distinguished lawyer among the Sharn elite. I have long suspected that he was involved in some strange dealings. Just last week I overheard him speaking with someone in his office. While I was cleaning in the hall outside, he promised the man he would take care of the eye and keep it out of the museum's hands. He said it would be safe in the gallery. Lo and behold, when I was cleaning in the gallery, I saw it, an orb of light unlike anything I'd ever seen before.
Why are you telling me this?
Housekeeping isn't the most lucrative profession. When I saw that thing, I knew it must have been the Eye of Donby, and that if Morgrave University was interested in it, I could pad my pocket a little by sharing what I know. You can find the eye in the gallery in Barrington Worthridge's apartment. You can get in using this key. No one should be home aside from his security. That is, if Worthridge ever finds out that I gave this to you, I could lose my job or worse. I expect you'll take as much care as possible.
I'll head to the apartment.
4, 6.
Somebody went out on 8, so 8 it is. Knife Edge, good morning and welcome.
Buffs are out.
Elevator in front of us, door left and right.
Sounds like a song.
I see a pile of gold through this door.
Well,
Right.
that convinces me. I'm an adventurer and piles of gold do it for me. Oh, it's locked. Gijo, you're up.
Can't be picked.
All right, try the other door. Luis. Owlbear rugs are illegal in Sharn. We shall report this man. Red rune. Oh, the red rune is the red star. That'll be easy to remember. Oh, look at that. Oh, Reaper, famine.
Came out of the door.
That means there are mobs here. Sign. I think this is some kind of sign. Gallery security room. Yes, there are mobs wanting at us. Magefarer cannons. Aha! Well, we know the red one needs to be set to the red star, so we'll do that. Interesting that it's oblique, at an oblique angle, both of them, instead of up
Why
and
are they
down.
both labeled green wheel?
Yes, they are both labeled green wheel, aren't they?
Made of green steel, maybe?
Good call. Good call.
I wonder, I don't want that to be trouble if someone's colorblind or something.
Oh, I am colorblind.
Here's the blue room behind the fern.
Yeah.
Oh, good eye. I did not see that. Blue is the blue diamond. That's easy to remember. Blue is blue and red is red. Don't know what that opened. It's probably this barrier. Nope. Oh, shoot. The door is blocked by the door. Man, I hate when the door is blocked by the door.
That calls for. Oh, door.
I guess we go to the elevator now.
It's locked and can't be picked.
Well, we need to find something else out. Blue is set to blue, red is set to red. The rune wheels are set correctly. Is there like a lever or something? Oh, remnants.
Could the eye have something to do with it? Ooh, there's a crumpled letter. Somewhere.
And an old receipt looks like.
Well, the puzzle in the ceiling, the light leads from the security room to the door with a barrier, so kind of leads me to believe that the security rooms or wheels aren't set correctly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what if we do them backwards? We do blue, red, and red, blue.
But the path is lit up, which would seem to indicate that, you know, it's made the connection, so now the path is down.
That worked. They are backwards. Interesting. Good call, dude.
Don't really like that mechanic.
Here we go.
And
Wow.
there it
Could
is.
be
You
a
give me a
bug.
blue rune. That tells me I should set the blue thing to the blue rune.
Nice
But the
museum.
opposite doesn't make any sense.
I like this. I guess I'll just grab the eye then, huh? This is the Eye of Danvi. Pick it up. And I just teleported.
You disappeared.
Yeah, click it. Oh, big finks. Present evidence. We'll talk to this guy. I mean, this sphinx. Welcome to your doom. Welcome to the Ethereal Court. I assume you have come to claim the eye. Doing so is not as simple as taking it and going on your merry way. No. You need to prove to me that you deserve to take it from Mr. Worthridge. Wait, I can't just take it? The eye. Oh, I lost that voice. The eye will not stand for being handed around like any common artifact. It demands justice and order. The only way to judge your merit is through a fair trial. You will accuse Mr. Worthridge of any moral failings or corruption that you think make him unworthy of the eye. Here in the Ethereal Court, you will present your case. Accuse Worthridge? I don't even know the guy. One's home has ample information about its tenant. You'll be able to find plenty of evidence you could use in this trial. Find 5 artifacts you wish to use as evidence to prove your case. When you've gathered those materials, ride the elevator up to the top floor. The eye will bring you back to the Ethereal Court to commence the trial. 5 pieces of evidence, huh? Shouldn't be too difficult. A bigwig like Worthridge must have something to hide. Gotta turn on DM stuff since we're doing a first look.
Nine pieces altogether.
Go back through the door. Wow, so there's all this stuff. I'm just gonna grab the normal
I
statue.
found a secret door.
It sneezed. Where's our rogue? Kijo, search this out, please.
Search what?
There's a secret door right over here, it seems like.
Nothing.
I got a like a tingling sort of indication that said that there was something weird over here. But
Oh
I
shit.
got the tingle too.
There's stuff out in the hallway, guys.
Uh-oh.
Just trying to see if there's like on the other side of the wall, you know, if there was something over there. Didn't realize I was going somewhere we hadn't been yet. So we had a lot of mage fire cannons coming up.
Maybe the rogue can disable.
Oh, maybe. Here, hounds.
No boxes coming up for these cannons.
Alright, let's just kill them.
Thought maybe they were like the House C ones.
Worth a try. Okay, we got a door back here. It's locked. Sir Smash, good morning and welcome.
Cannot be picked.
Doom.
Incoming behind us.
Shield Guardian.
This is where we eat dinner. This is where we make dinner. Apparently we're having ham today. And watermelon and cheese rounds and wine and ale. Okay, we've already been here, right? There's a lost soul here if anybody needs it. Look, I don't need to look for ham. I already found it. The normal statue is the only thing that's selectable in here, and when you click on it, it just says achoo.
Did this statue's eyes just move?
There's an iron key right where I'm at.
I tried Dispel Magic. That didn't do anything.
It's behind this locked door that we can't pick.
This door doesn't need to be picked.
Maybe you have to bless the guy who's sneezing. Anyone have bless?
That'd be pretty funny.
I tried saying bless you, it didn't work.
Nice. Here is a door. There's a few of us at it. We might as well do this one next, I guess. Does open.
There's a bunch more doors south.
Opening the door. There's a diploma. Collectible.
Gold key?
Ah, the diploma is probably evidence. Here's a gold key, yep. Good eye, mate.
Oops. The diploma. It says a diploma certifying Worthridge's law degree from Moorgrave University, signed by Shorn High Court Justice Plath.
It's probably forged. We got a bunch of made-fire cannons. Mage-fire cannon is one of the few things that I found that the Captain America shield doesn't work on. So that's the Knight's Challenge, which is supposed to grab the aggro of anything, basically, but it does not work on...
I think this is my new favorite quest. Get there, evidence.
It does not seem to work on mage-fire cannons. Door. Baby shrines. Oh, I'm gonna take a bath. Yes. Bathe me. Snuggles. Oh, it's a puppy.
Lever over here on the dresser.
Yes, hidden lever.
Secret door over here.
I'm opening it. Sacred tome. Pile of money. A substantial amount of cash. Sacred tome. You find sacred text. It doesn't seem very useful. Whenever lost in the dark, fear not. It is there in the shadows where the whispered one lies. Count yourself among his hands and lend him the secrets carried in your blood. The whispered one is one of the names of Vecna.
It appears that this lever just opens that secret door.
You've locked me in. Another door out in the hall. Mage fire cannons.
Remnant by the door?
Door at the end of the hall. Reaper.
Carney? Chimp chat.
Both doors open. The sign says upper level control room. Let's do the other room. This looks like it just goes to a place we've already been. Yep. That door wouldn't open from the other side, so let's go to the upper level control room. Unlock the second floor. Unlock. Oh, that probably operates the elevator. Oh, no, this is unlock the elevator.
When you pull this lever, you hear gears screeching in the lobby.
Oh, look at that. Was this ramp here before?
Yeah, it was hidden behind
Yeah,
the
it's just,
area.
yeah, it had a funny barrier over it.
Oh, that's where that, like, aquarium barrier was.
You are allowed to laugh at all of Humble's deaths.
We'll get you up.
I am just so out of practice playing High-level Reaper.
Well, we're doing Reaper 8, dude. This is tough stuff.
Yeah, this guy's the
Mage
first
fire
guy.
cannons.
I really shouldn't expect much.
It's... Yeah, these mobs are hitting hard. No
Ready
doubt.
for rest. 2 more cannons down the hall.
This place has
Back on
lots
the
of
phone.
rooms and doors. More baby shrines.
There's a lever over here by the bathtub.
Blocks. Is that a stuffed bear toy? Is that supposed to be like a stuffed animal bear, you think?
It,
It's like a kid's room. Yeah, the dollhouse. This must be a child's room. Collectible. Worthridge, Vaunt has been compromised. You know what must be done. KR.
Wait, KR, that's... Could that be Kalfen Riak? The High
Ooh,
Priest
good
of
call. Yeah. Crexus Pendragons. Good morning and welcome. We're almost into overtime, folks. We have 3 hours of overtime in store for you so far.
There's a sealed envelope in the, looks like a washroom.
And those bonus hours are lease option to
The note
buy.
has been sealed inside of an envelope, clearly about to be sent out. We both knew the real reason why your daughter attends Moorgrave. You have 3 days to drop the charges.
I did not see what you were reading. Where was this?
There's a clothesline, right where I'm jumping up and down, and it was on the barrels behind it.
Oh, cool. Thanks for reading that. All right, it still says we have 4 pieces of evidence left. Oh, here's a valve that is not toggleable. This map reminds me of certain round doors in the game. It may be time to use the elevator, I don't know. Oh, here's a door.
Got a door here.
Oh, we got some little figurines here, like some dolls. Illusion. Barrington Worthridge smiles beside a man in a judge's robe. The judge holds what appears to be a present.
There's a gold key back here.
Excellent. Well, that was a piece of evidence. 3 left. Shall we do the elevator?
What floor was lingerie?
You re-enter the Ethereal Court. The Sphinx dominates the room as before, but this time, an apparition of a man sits beside it.
Sorry, Aerosmith.
Empty benches line the walls, seats for a jury that doesn't seem to exist.
Prosecutor's desk. These are all the items that we collected. Notes and books and illusions. Order in the court. Present evidence. Welcome back, Ginger Spice. Now that you have prepared your case, we can commence the trial. There are 3 charges you must attempt to prove, just as each piece of evidence you have found can help you prove a different charge. Each charge poses a different challenge. If you find Worthridge guilty of any, you will have proven yourself worthy to take the eye. However, proving his guilt in additional challenges will get you more rewards. The eye takes pleasure in seeing justice served. What sort of challenge? Just as you must persuade me of the defendant's guilt, you must also persuade the jury. While I am questioning the defendant, you will be asked to perform a variety of tasks meant to sway them to your side. In the end, it is my opinion that weighs heaviest, but losing the jury's support will make the trial more difficult for you. These are the challenges in question. Charge 1, corruption. Entertain the jury. Charge 2, bribery. Convince the jury with your words. Charge 3, blackmail. Defeat the jury's doubts. So which charge will you prove? I think we can entertain the jury with our bard. I choose option 1, corruption.
You tell the Sphinx which charge you wish to prove. Then, an illusory jury appears before your eyes, eager to begin.
Instructions. Instructions that can't be read? The Sphinx is asking for evidence proving... Oh, go ahead.
Well, the thing says you have to present the evidence. It says read the instructions after presenting evidence. You have to go to the prosecutor's desk to present the evidence.
Sphinx is asking for evidence proving that
Who's gonna
Worthridge
be our lawyer?
has been involved in corruption, but you can't find anything in your cache that answers this request. Maybe if I talk to Worthridge, I can catch him in a lie.
Now that you have finished examining your evidence, you must present it to the judge.
You approach the bench without any evidence. Your Honor, may I question the defendant? You may.
You approach the defendant in the hope that you can trick him into saying something he shouldn't.
What do you want? You won't get anything out of me. If that's what you're thinking, we'll see about that. Fine, then ask your questions. This is a pretty big house for just one man to live in. Wouldn't you agree? I live with my wife and my son. They're just taking an extended vacation. Diplomacy. A vacation, be honest. Why did they really leave? Can you give me a bard song? So I have like big Diplo and stuff. Thank you. I tried to tell my wife that the reason why I have to go out after midnight is because my clients are so important. That our meetings require additional discretion. But of course, she starts calling me a criminal. She doesn't understand. That sounds pretty suspicious to me.
Alarm flashes on Worthridge's face as he realizes that he said too much. Come on, that was obviously coercion. Strike that from the record, Your Honor. But the Sphinx ignores.
I object.
Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
Instructions are now clickable. Round 1, fight. Round 1, stand on the right tile when it lights up and perform the right action to win over the jury. If you run out of time, you lose a point. Losing 3 points will make the jury angry. / dance on the red tiles. Speak to the helpful juror if you need help. Ready to start? I'm ready. / dance on red tiles.
I never said, do it or else. I said, do it. I'll help. The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
You have to dance for the jury? What kind of crazy jury is this? What kind of dog and pony show is this? What kind of kangaroo court is this?
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
Dance off in the courthouse.
It's not a dance battle. It just seems like we have to dance for the jury for some reason. We have to entertain them.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
I don't know if we all have to, or what. Or if just one of us has to. I really don't know. Humble's just standing there. He's like, I refuse to dance. This is humiliating. I won't be a part of this.
The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
Okay, so we click on the prosecutor's desk. We found this diploma amid Worthridge's belongings. It reads Moorgrave University, not Moorgrave. Oh, it's misspelled. Well, that might just be a typing error. It's still cast doubt upon his credentials. Bring the item to the stand. You describe the item to the Sphinx and present your case. Your Honor, here is the defendant's law school diploma. Moorgrave University is spelled wrong. If he forged his credentials, that is evidence of corruption.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself." You know what I say? Hearsay! Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
Instructions. Round 2. Fight. Round 2. Stand on the right tile when it lights up and perform the right action to win over the jury. If you run out of time, you lose a point. Losing 3 points will make the jury angry. Slash dance on red tiles. Slash dance 2 on blue tiles. Aha! Speak to the helpful juror if you need help. I'm ready. Slash dance on red tiles. Slash dance 2 on blue tiles. Slash dance 2.
Worthridge scowls at the judge. As I said, I'm just holding on to that for a friend.
I'll tell you, it looks green to me.
Yeah, it is kind of greenish, isn't it?
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
Slash dance 2. Kaleva, good afternoon and welcome. You'll be happy to know that we have 3 hours of overtime in store for you today.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
Slash dance 2. All right, folks, it is officially overtime. Welcome to it. Thank you again for the big hype trains earlier. Every level of the hype train today comes with a bonus hour stream time. We had a level 2 and a level 1 insane hype train. That's 3 bonus hours. Slash dance 1 on red tiles. Slash dance. So right now we're slash dancing on red tiles. Slash dance 2 on blue tiles. That's the instructions. What if this is where the big reveal that there's a slash dance 3 now and they didn't tell us and it was a secret? Oh my god. That would have been amazing.
The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
I shall gather another piece of evidence from the prosecutor's desk. The illusion depicts Worthridge standing beside a judge. It appears that Worthridge has given him a present. How is that judge connected to him? Could he have participated in some of Worthridge's cases? Bring the item to the stand. Present evidence. You describe the item to the Sphinx and present your case. Your Honor, I ask that you consider the intentions behind the defendant's... This is my own voice. I'm doing a terrible impression of me. Behind the defendant's presence in the illusion. If he has that close of a relationship with a judge, they might be willing to help him win at his cases.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself." Do you know how hard it is to make it in this city? Give me a break. Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
All right, here's instructions. Round 3, fight. Stand on the right tile when it lights up and perform the right action to win over the jury. If you run out of time, you lose a point. Losing 3 points will make the jury angry. Slash dance on red tiles. Slash dance 2 on blue tiles. Slash kneel. Kneel on yellow tiles. I'm ready. Slash dance on red. Yep, you get a random one on the end reward of Dreaming Dark every third completion. So you just have to keep doing it. And like I said, don't farm it out until you hate life. You know, just do a run or two a day. No big whoop. Slash dance 2 on blue. This would have been the perfect quest to create a slash dance 3 for everybody.
The jury cheers at your smooth moves.
Slash dance on red.
Well, it definitely doesn't seem like all of us need to do it. So I'm guessing as long as one person's doing the right thing, it works.
The jury cheers at your smooth
Slash kneel on yellow.
Is it time for science? Only Voodoo does one and see if we get a miss. Or is science a Voodingo?
You finished the challenge and submitted all 3 pieces of evidence to prove this charge. The Sphinx beckons you over. I have reached a verdict. Come, let us talk.
I suggest we rebuff. I feel an end fight coming. I'm feeling end fighty.
Buffs are out.
All right, here we go. Congratulations, Ginger Spice. Due to your efforts, I find Barrington Worthridge guilty of this charge. You may stop here if you desire, but there are other charges he has been accused of that could use your attention. Wow, okay. Let's see. I choose charge 2, bribery.
You tell the Sphinx which charge you wish to prove. An illusory jury appears before your eyes, eager to begin.
You refresh your memory of the content of this letter. It says, Worthridge, you know what must be done now. The vault has been compromised. Get rid of it. KR. Texts of this letter are signed as if someone tried to burn it. What could Worthridge be trying to hide? Bring the item to the stand. Describe the item to the Sphinx and present your case, Your Honor. This letter is very suspicious. To me, it looks like evidence of a cover-up. He could have helped KR or Vaunt with some back-alley bribes.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, Defendant, explain yourself. I object! How dare you? Says Worthridge. Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
What jury? Oh, the jury's on the other side. Derp-a-derp. Instructions. With the jury's support by enthralling them with your wise and profound words. Are you ready to get started? Oh, win the jury's support by enthralling them with wise and profound words. I'm ready. Start your speech. Oh, wow. There's long options. I'm going to choose secret notes are never good news. If they have to be kept a secret, that means there's something wrong with the truth.
You stand before the jury, ready to give your speech. As you begin, you watch for the jury's reactions. Worthridge scowls at the judge.
As I said, I'm just holding on to that for a friend.
The jury doesn't seem all that impressed by your performance, but they accept your words nonetheless.
Continue your speech. Think back to the last time you wrote something that you didn't want someone to read. Those feelings are the same feelings that the defendant felt when he tried to lie about his feelings.
You continue your speech with more
Damn it, Jim.
confidence. The jury ponders your words.
I thought it was supposed to entertain them.
It looks like the jurors are fed up with your antics. Several of them attack.
They clearly didn't want to be entertained. They wanted factual evidence and stuff. I picked the fun, entertaining options. My instructions were to entertain the jury because they're bored. I thought I was supposed to put on a show. Jeez, oh Pete's. You know, if you want fact-based analysis, then indicate that you want fact-based evidence and not, you know, act like it's supposed to be some courtroom
Now that
drama.
the jurors have been pummeled into submission, you can
Oh,
continue.
did I
the
mess something
trial.
up standing there?
I'll get you in a second.
Win the jury's support by enthralling them with your wise and profane words. Are you ready to get started? I'm ready. Conclude your speech. Well, I've made 2 bad choices already. In conclusion, there are quite a few things to consider. What does Vaunt have to do with this? Who is KR? What did he get rid of? Keep all of this in mind while you debate the defendant's innocence. Okay, this seems more reasonable than what I did before, so I'm going with this. They liked it. Okay, so they want something that's reasonable.
I never said do it or else. I said do it. I'll help.
You conclude your speech. The jury considers you deep in thought. You hope you have impressed the jurors enough to keep them in your favor. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
You found a substantial pile of cash amid Worthridge's belongings. For a reputable businessman like Worthridge, keeping unaccounted for money around seems suspicious. Bring the item to the stand. Present the evidence. You describe the item to the Sphinx and present your case. Your Honor, look at all this money we found in that the defendant had been hiding. I think he could be using it as currency for his bribes.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself."
Do you know how hard it is to make it in this city? Give me a break.
"Order in the court," says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
Instructions. Win the jury's support by enthralling them with your wise and profound words. Are you ready to get started? I'm ready. Start your speech. I have many questions for the defendant, but this one is most important right now. Where did he get this money? If it was hidden away in a secret room, there must be something nefarious going on. That seems reasonable.
You stand
They
before
liked
the
it.
jury, ready
They
to
want to
give
be
your
reasoned with.
speech. As you begin, you watch for the jury's reactions. Worthridge scowls at the judge.
As I said, I'm just holding on to that for a friend.
The jury finishes their deliberation and decides to accept your words. You may continue.
Continue your speech. The defendant represents major clients from all over the city. You would think that someone in his position would want a record of all his transactions. Piles of hidden money don't seem to fit the bill.
You continue your speech with more confidence. The jury ponders your words. The jury finishes their deliberation and decides to accept your words. You may continue.
Continue your speech. At the end of the day, we can only speculate where this money came from or what the defendant was using it for. But considering his profession and his clients, keeping secret cash like this is more than a little suspicious.
You appeal to the jury with one last statement, delivered with aplomb. Worthridge scowls at the judge.
As I said, I'm just holding on to that for a friend.
You conclude your speech. The jury considers you, deep in thought. You hope you have impressed the jurors enough to keep them in your favor. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
Sphinx is asking for evidence proving that Worthridge has committed bribes. But you can't find anything in your cash that answers the request. Maybe if I talk to Worthridge, I can catch him in a lie. Okay, I can't click on him or him. Evidence. Your Honor, may I question the defendant? You may.
You approach the defendant in the hope that you can trick him into saying something he shouldn't.
What do you want? You won't get anything out of me. If that's what you're thinking, we'll see about that. Fine, then. Ask your questions. I was taking a look at your finances. Do you want to know what I found? You can't have found anything. Only I know exactly how much money I get from my clients. Diplomacy. Therefore, only you would know how much money you pay other people. How dare you try to fool me? The judge will hear about this. Oops, looked like I screwed up this one.
Worthridge gestures wildly.
Objection! They tried to pull a fast one on me. Punish them, Your Honor.
The Sphinx does not react. A pack of angry jurors accosts you. Now that the jurors have been pummeled into submission, you can continue the trial.
Win the jury's support by enthralling them with your wise and profound words. Are you ready? I'm ready. Start your speech. The defendant thinks he can get away with a few gold missing over here or a few platinum gone over there. But when I asked him whether all his transactions were above board, he couldn't give me an answer. I'm not surprised by such dishonesty. Neither should you be.
You stand before the jury, ready to give your speech. As
Nope, you can
begin,
do it on casual if you want.
Watch for the jury's reactions. The jury finishes their deliberation and decides to accept your words. You may continue.
Continue your speech. The defendant claims that only he knows how much money he is receiving from his clients. That much is true. However, this also means only he knows how much he is paying other people. If he won't show us his records, we can only assume that he is bribing people.
You continue your speech with more confidence. The jury ponders your words. The jury finishes their deliberation and decides to accept your words. You may continue.
Continuing the speech.
Do it or else. I said, do it. I'll help.
Not gonna lie, doing math makes my head ache. Nice. The defendant is many things, but an honest man is not one of them. We know he worked with Vaunt, we know about the money, and we have transactions that, if we knew the details, would surely prove his guilt. Keep that in mind as you debate his innocence.
Appeal to the jury with one last statement, delivered with
Should have been a
aplomb.
lawyer.
You conclude your speech. The jury considers you, deep in thought. You hope you have impressed the jurors enough to keep them in your favor. You've finished the challenge and submitted all 3 pieces of evidence to prove this charge. The Sphinx beckons you over. I have reached a verdict. Come, let us talk.
Congratulations, Ginger Spice. Due to your efforts, I find Barrington Worthridge guilty of this charge. You may stop here if you desire, but there are other charges he has been accused of that could use your attention. I choose charge 3,
Tell the
blackmail.
Sphinx which charge you wish to prove. An illusory jury appears before your eyes, eager to begin.
You refresh your memory of the contents of this letter. It says, "We both know the reason your daughter attends Moorgrave. You have 3 days to drop the charges. You found the letter in a sealed envelope Worthridge was about to send it to someone. Bring the item to the stand." Your Honor, this letter reads like the defendant is trying to blackmail someone into dropping a case.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself.
You know what I say? Hearsay!
Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
What jury? There's no... Oh, now they're behind us. Now the jury's behind us. Instructions. You must assuage the jury's fears, clear their doubts, and face their judgments. Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh dear.
I never said, do it or else. I said, do it. I'll help.
It's a hostile jury.
Just as the others fade, a new wave of enemies appears.
Doom.
White Lion, good afternoon, welcome. Jury's like
Chip
this.
chest.
Yet more foes enter the court.
This
The
is a hell
last
a
of your
hostile
enemies
jury.
disappears in a cloud of mist. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
Found this busted arcane assistant amid Worthridge's belongings. All the arcane assistants were supposed to be destroyed after their harmful magics were revealed. But it seems like Worthridge is being forced to hold on to it for someone. Bring the item to the stand. Your Honor, I found an old arcane assistant in the defendant's home. They were all meant to be destroyed. The defendant is being blackmailed into holding on to it, which surely has affected how much he handles his cases, or how he handles his cases.
You place the evidence on the stand and describe the circumstances surrounding how you found it. The Sphinx turns to Barrington and says, "Defendant, explain yourself." Worthridge shrugs.
I've never heard of that in my life, Your Honor.
He turns to you.
Who do you think you are, presenting this fake evidence? No one's gonna believe a swindler like you.
Order in the court, says the Sphinx. This is not the time for complaints, defendant. State your case. While the Sphinx continues questioning Worthridge, you notice the jury growing bored and restless.
Must assuage the jury's fears, clear their doubts, and face their judgment. Are you ready? I'm ready. And it's more combat. More combat. Heal, please. Thank you.
Just as the others fade, a new wave of
Sassy
enemies
Sam.
appears.
Good afternoon and welcome. More mobs. And quells. Don't forget your champ chest. Some of you may have missed it
Yet
earlier
more
during the
foes
fighting.
enter the court.
Few remnants on the dance floor.
last of your enemies disappears in a cloud of mist. The judge finishes questioning the defendant. You may now ready your next piece of evidence.
Come on. This is a lot. This is a drawn-out thing. Sphinx is asking for evidence proving that Worthridge has been involved with blackmail, but you can't find anything in your cache that answers his request. This maybe if I talk to Worthridge. Catch him in a lie. Your Honor, may I question the defendant? You may.
You approach the defendant in the hope that you can trick him into saying something he shouldn't.
You love your family, don't you? Of course I do. You would do anything for them, is that correct? Of course I would. It would be easy to use them as leverage to get you to follow orders or diplomacy, then you would listen to others' demands to protect them, right? How dare you try to fool me? The judge will hear about this. Oops, looks like I screwed this up.
Worthridge gestures wildly.
Objection! They tried to pull a fast one on me. Punish them, Your Honor.
The Sphinx does not react.
Guess you're supposed to
Pack of
bluff.
angry jurors accosts you. Now that the jurors have been pummeled into submission, you can continue the trial. Worthridge scowls at the judge.
As I said, I'm just holding on to that for a friend.
Just as the others fade, a new wave of enemies appears.
Now we are clearly doing optionals because we could have ended this quest earlier by just like, there was like 3 charges against him if you're just tuning in. And, you know, since we're doing a first look, I wanted to do all 3. And, you know, once, this is the kind of thing that like once you're familiar with how this works, you can probably fly through the dialogue options.
Yet more foes enter the court. You've finished the challenge and submitted all 3 pieces of evidence to prove this charge. The Sphinx beckons you over. I have reached a verdict. Come, let us talk.
There are no charges left for you to prove. Regardless, Barrington Worthridge is guilty of at least 1. Good work, Ginger Spice. The eye is yours. I'm
With
done.
all the evidence you found, you were confident that Barrington Worthridge would be proven guilty. Now that the Sphinx has announced their ruling, the eye is yours. Worthridge sighs in defeat.
Fair trial? Pfft, what bunk! If I had more time to organize my things, this all would have gone differently. Don't get cocky. The hidden hand isn't gonna let the other eyes go so easily.
You leave the court, only to find Worthridge, the real one this time, waiting for you.
Uh-oh.
Accompanied by a group of hidden hand
Big fight.
cultists.
Thought you could sneak in here and steal the eye without me knowing. The second you tripped my security system, I started rounding up my friends here. A bold effort. But it's time for you to die.
The last of the cultists falls, leaving only Worthridge
Brenda.
cowering in the corner.
Bravo! You finally got what you wanted. Are you happy now? Please, just take the eye and get out
Voices.
of my apartment.
After all the trials and tribulations you've been through today, you are finally able to claim the Eye of Danvi.
Heavy armor. Devanvi, ring, radiance lore, radiance resistance, shield bonus.